Okay. I know that I do not cover Love and Marriage Huntsville. However, yo, we have got to talk about this trailer. And when I saw this the first time, and I was like, oh my God, what is this? I clutched every pearl, and I'm not even wearing my pearls. So I was like, I'm gonna come to you together in harmony, and we're gonna watch the trailer together. Okay, let's make sure that the volume is up. We're going up. Should I make it big? I'm gonna see if I can get away with making it big. Okay, here we go.
What is this?
The Huntsville police are on the lookout for this woman.
Girl, I am Mel. He's like, exactly. Girl, whatever the video was, Kiki, they are looking for her. The cops are looking for Kiki. Okay? I'm gonna continue.
I haven't seen Kiki since the news, though. It's interesting what the video catches.
She started putting items into her purse.
She stole something?
I hope she's not back on P.
She's stolen something? Kanye was like, anyway.
Maurice ain't that kind of attorney.
How did it get all the way to TV to say call the police?
It's drugs.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Look at Mel. Isn't Mel so sweet? She's like innocent until proven guilty. The rest of them are like, she on drugs, she's on that ish. They have written her off, even though I love how Mel is like, I am looking at the footage right now on the phone, and we still gonna listen to her talk.
I just got out of hospital. Hospital? Yeah.
Girl. You know, Tisha and Kiki are very similar because they both be lying in our faces, yo. Just lying. I'm like, I just got out the hospital. You mean jail? Jail. Hospital, jail. They don't sound alike.
Intense pain. Aching.
You mean withdrawals? You mean you were going through some withdrawals, Kiki? Is that what we said? Ma'am, stop lying to us. So you on that ish? You stole something and went to jail, and then the jail people took you to the hospital because you were on some withdrawals? Is that what was going on? And you know, you couldn't get your methadone while you were in jail, which is why you got withdrawals. Girl, how you gonna still and be on a national television show? Granted, I know that you probably aren't making much. That's not the point. Everybody gonna know who you are, man. Okay.
I can't help you no more. She is lying. Well, I'm sure your family had called you and reached.
Girl, Mel, you know that she ain't that her family didn't call her. You know right in their center that Tisha is not gonna call her. I love my soror. I love her to death. I love my Mel. I am a mellometer, faux show. But you know Tisha didn't call her. But
Style. Tisha was the last person to call me out of everybody.
You don't want me to keep calling you a drug head? Stop the drugs.
Marcel, you do not need to call people a drug head even if they're using drugs. You can be a decent person sometimes.
And you always coming for women.
Courtney is my dude. This is the second time somebody on this show checks in finally. It is Lou and Courtney. They are my dudes. Lou and Courtney are like, look, you can run game on y'all's wives. Y'all can run Kimmy and Tisha up the wall into the fixtures. But what you're not gonna do, you're not gonna come over to my wife and you are not gonna run up on my wife, Lou and Courtney. And he's like, look, Courtney's like, there's a trend. You always got something to say about another woman. You always running up on a woman, but you ain't running up on no man. And here's the funny thing about this is that Courtney looked like he can break Marceau in half. You keep playing with uh Stormy's husband and seeing, girl, you know, my mind is all over the place. You keep playing with Stormy. You keep thinking that you can run up on Stormy, and Courtney will be like, look, bro, not today. And I love how he's phrasing this that you keep running up on all women. This is what you do. And I love that, yes, I'm going to protect Stormy, but I am protecting all women. How about you have that same energy that you have towards men that you have towards women? I love that for you. Thank you. Thank you, Courtney.
Always. You trying to check my wife. But ain't nobody saying nothing about paying no money. Stay in Marceau business or men business.
You're literally selling hair care products for a living to women.
No, I'm sorry.
Sir, he has a multi-million-dollar business. And they don't need $100 and they got an estate. You have an apartment. Look, let me tell you something. I don't have Stormy's money. I do not. But what I will not do is I am not going to downgrade anybody's business empire. Because I'm gonna let you know right now, they make more money than you. And they make money while they're sleeping. And your wife has a hair care product. By taking somebody else's label off and putting her label on, they actually make their own product with their own ideas and their own chemistry that is unique. They're not taking a label off and putting another label on. You see the difference? I'm gonna need you, sir, to not talk about a multi-billion-dollar industry. The first person who made $1 million in black lives was a hair care product. I'll continue. So you can take advice from them. And that's not a shade. Talking about somebody who works for a hair care product. That's not a shade. You mean somebody who is able to be married to a woman and they go into business together to be successful? Where's the shade, Mr. Marceau? And who doesn't need his wife's signature for credit? How about that? Courtney, I hope you read that. I hope you go back to him and say, you mean I have a successful company in which my wife and I do this together, and that I don't just have my wife's signature and name alone because I can't get credit on my own. And I don't have a criminal record.
Talking about business. You know,
It's the guy that sells hair products for a living.
I think it's so pathetic for these black men to try to belittle and attack black women that they see being successful.
Marceau, Maurice, and Martel. Let's have that conversation, Mel. And I am with you, Mel, for saying, why is it that you black men want to attack black women who are successful in business, which is the two people who are really, really successful? Oh, I'm going to go with three. Because, see, I didn't like when Tisha was like, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know what you do for a living. Oh my gosh, what? Tiffany, I don't know what you do. And Stormy's like, oh, this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to and I appreciated when Stormy was like, what we're not going to do is we're not going to disrespect what Tisha does, what Tiffany does. She just raised $3.5 million last week. Well, I don't know what you do. Ma'am, we don't know what you do. You don't have an office. You know what Tiffany does? She has an office. You know what Stormy does? She has a building. You know what Mel does? She has an office. Mel has an office. Stormy has a building. Tisha has an office. You know what you have? Starbucks.
Pay professionals, not actresses, not models, professionals. Because I'm not going to pay you to talk about your t-shirt business.
Last I checked, they got...
Did he say, I'm not going to pay you to talk about your t-shirt business? Melody does more than a t-shirt business. And you know this. You know this. And you have a t-shirt business. Your wife has a t-shirt business. It's not successful because nobody likes Tisha or you.
Sweatshirts for sale that say black across them.
A sex therapist.
For you to think that all of a sudden I can just make my body want to have sex.
This is a mental thing, Kimmy.
A medication made me feel this way. That borders on being an...
Girl, it doesn't border on being an asshole. Let me tell you, this face right here deserves stabs. Like, you guys just went on TGIF, and I just did a video last week on how bad that interview is. And now you are absolutely going to sit here. Do you understand me? Do you know when I saw this, I was like, I need to pray. I really do. I really, really do. This piece of a man is talking about it is mental. Do you not understand that when somebody goes through chemo and radiation, that they physically, it doesn't matter how much in their mind it is, their physical chemistry has changed so much that they cannot physically lubricate. They can physically not be aroused. Their body does not come back until after everything is done. And he doesn't even seem to give a two cares for this. Yo. Like, Kimmy, I love you, D9 sister. At this point, I'm the one who wants to sing, if you see me in the street, holla you. Like, I literally cannot believe that he would get up here and have this conversation about how she could possibly get over it mentally, that this is a mental thing for her and not a freaking physical thing for her. I am so disappointed in you, Marcel. I'm sorry, Maurice. I am so disappointed in you. Like, I didn't think anything of you. I thought that you were scum the last couple weeks. This interaction right here, scum. Burnt scum.
Don't cry, Mel. Listen, my bad. Listen, I apologize. Don't cry.
Nobody's crying about you, Marcel. Nobody. Even Tisha ain't gonna be crying about you when she leave your ass.
Girl, when she said this, I was like, um, and I already know that he's gonna come up with a slick response like, oh, she not gonna leave or whatever, whatever. But I mean, Lord have mercy. I don't even know what to say on that one. I love that Mel is trying to be as cool as Cucumber, but it is difficult to be as cool as Cucumber with these ninjas.
Supposed to be having an affair with Marcel.
Man, we ain't finna get into this.
I know. But she needs to acknowledge it with him. Her! She doesn't. So you want to be mad, scratch your ass. I don't give a
Girl. When I saw this, I was like, she got her all the way good. This is not just like a throughout, where the thing that I don't like sneak attacks. This was a sneak attack. And he's over here like, oh, let's not entertain it. Oh, let's not entertain it. Oh, let's not entertain it. You can see that she's getting highly upset over this. But now she's in a wet t-shirt contest. Oh, okay. I'm not okay, continue. And here's the thing that I hate about this is that because I talk about sisterhood and everything. But Letitia that has no constant concept of being a sisterhood, of knowing what sisterhood is. And so it's very, very difficult for me to empathize with Tisha because she's not cool. Anyway.
How about that?
Call the police and
Now, Marcel, to say that was so inappropriate. To say, call the police and drug test her, blah, 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 blah. What Kiki did was not cool. But what you did, girl, that was not okay either. Kim's out here trying to survive. She's trying to make it through. She's trying to live. And in the midst of this, you gotta fight off grown people. Girl, this is too much. Too much. And we gotta wait till September. So we got a whole nother month and we got a month and what, 3 weeks? Depends on when in September. It usually starts in early September. So this is like what, a month and 3 weeks to wait for something good to happen. Girl, I'm not reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I am reviewing this trailer because this was too good. And on that note, I'm gonna stop and I will see y'all tomorrow for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Deuces.